I've been delaying this because I regret to inform you that I have formed a hot take.
Is it a bad take, Mike? It's probably a bad take, isn't it?
Probably. But I want you to know that I stand by it already. All right.
Go ahead.
I think it's a little embarrassing how insecure the NBA and NFL guys are about Noah Lyles. And
Hmm.
I have sort of felt that way for a bit, but it peaked today when Tyreek Hill challenged that man to a 50-yard race as though he were laying down some sort of I'm going to slay you. 50 yards is 45 meters. So he challenged him to 45% of a race. And I just don't understand. Like Noah Lyles was on Shannon Sharp's podcast admitting he doesn't know who Nikola Jokic is. He's not a sports fan.
He's a
He
nerd, and that's
he's a
okay.
dork who happens to be the fastest man on earth and to have won a gold medal in the 100-meter at literally the Olympics. And I just don't understand why athletes who have more status, who have more money, who have more acclaim and more fans, which is Noah Lyles' argument. The question he was asked when he made that comment was essentially, does it bother you that every other country on earth celebrates their sprinters? We've seen these gold medalists going home to 30,000 fans in a stadium to cap a parade. And in
Beautiful moments too.
America, you
Beautiful
come
moments.
home and it's like, good shit, bro. The game's on though. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah. Great what you did last week, brother.
So
It's this week though, you know.
yeah, and here's my thing. I think that the comment he made is corny. I think Noah's corny and a dork and all that stuff. But
Yeah,
at the
yeah.
same time, I think sprinters and swimmers are the people who get to make that argument. LeBron James has never, to defend the title of being the best basketball player on earth, had to show up to a basketball court where every country on earth could send someone to go one-on-one against him. And if he lost, people would say he's not the best basketball player on earth. It is different. It is different. And I think that when you get to the top of that mountain, you're allowed to be a fucking idiot. And I furthermore do not understand people who want more reasoned, measured sports takes from the 100-meter world champion. That's an insane
All
person
right.
every year of the Earth's existence.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what Noah Lyles lost me, and this was just flat out hateration in the dancery. When that motherfucker went at Ant, like, bro, that was just straight hate. There's no defense of that. When he was like, "Oh, well, Ant's got a shoe and I don't," like, bro, like
But he said
that's
he didn't
hate.
do that. He said he didn't do that. They said that was he said I didn't do that. They put words in my mouth. You know what I mean? Is there actually footage of that? Because when I looked it up, because I thought the same thing. Like this is ridiculous, nigga. Like, come on, bro. You ain't Michael Johnson. You ain't worth that famous. That was '90s famous. It's gonna be very hard for you to sell a shoe off of a 2 week span every 4 years of popularity. And he said he never said that. He said it never went at Ant like that. That was fabricated. So
No. Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Well,
But that's hater. If it's
yeah.
that's some hater
If he
shit for
did
sure.
say
If
that,
he
that
did.
is some hater
Yeah,
shit. But if it's not
yeah.
substantiated, I won't hold it against him. But I don't think it's like insecure on Tyreek Hill's part. I think he's gonna get smoked. I don't think he's fucking with Noah Lyles. But the thing about this shit is racing, sprinting, that's so ego driven. Like, all you got to do is say you faster than a motherfucker. Like, we've all seen the homies racing at 3 a.m. drunk and shit, right?
Nigga. At
Like,
34, nigga. You know what
right?
I'm saying?
Yeah, like I'm faster than you. Those are fucking fighting words where motherfuckers will go out there regardless of when and where and go out and race. You know what I mean?
Adrian
So
challenged me 2 weeks ago, and I told him no. When he comes here, we're racing. I'm fucking 41. Like, so yes.
yeah, yeah,
Adrian
that
has 9 times as many Achilles tendons as you have at this juncture
No,
of your
but
lives.
for 100 meters, I'm smoking that nigga. I'm standing on that shit, bro. And we can record this shit, put it on live, Jackson, stream that shit. Show me cracking this nigga in front of
Start
everybody.
stretching
And
now, brother. Start
oh
stretching now,
nigga,
shit.
please.
you have no idea, Mike. You have no idea, bro. You don't get it, dog.
I have seen a lot of those races, brother, and I'm just please take care of those hamstrings and calves and Achilles.
The
That's all,
hamstring is
that's
a
all I'm
question.
asking. On behalf of your
I've been
children. On
taking
behalf
ice
of your
baths.
children.
I've been
Start
taking ice
stretching.
baths, and I jog, and I do stretch a lot. So, nigga, and I'm gonna get on the treadmill a little bit before. But I'm gonna smoke them. I guarantee that it's over.
Okay.
What you think your 100 time is right now? Well, if when you
I
get
have
ready
no
for
idea.
it.
I have no idea, but I know it's at least it's way faster than Adrian's. That's what I do know. Adrian's made for distance, nigga. I'm made for speed. Okay, it's just different. It's just different. You know, you ran a marathon. I will never run a marathon, and you will never beat me in a fucking foot race, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's balance. You feel me? The universe.
14 seconds.
Kind of embarrassing. I was running. I think I was. And
14 seconds at 40 something years old is not an embarrassing time in the 100 meters, bro.
Man, I think I'm faster than the high school, I'm not high school, middle school me for sure. Right?
The middle schoolers in Long Beach are running 11 seconds, bro.
Yeah, I think in eighth grade, the fastest dude in the school, this named Josh Alford, ran 11-1, 100 yard, not 100 meter, 100 yards, and I was second fastest. So it was like 12. I was second fastest, but not close to Josh. Yeah, that was a white boy too. He was cold, nigga. But yeah. So it's like
this is in St. Louis or in Alabama?
Nah, this was actually in Tennessee. I moved a lot. It was in Tennessee.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Tennessee. Country shit though, man. Them country boys, you can't. Them niggas be booming and shit in Alabama, nigga. And them niggas, the country boys different, bro. So
the much hyped John versus Adrian sprint sidetracked us from a point Tyler was making.
Sorry, and before we jump back into Tyler, I'm going to put on my Politico fact check hat. And the Anthony Edwards did say the quote about there was confusion about why he didn't attend the event, which he sort of denied. Like it wasn't a spiteful thing about attending the event. The release for the shoe, but he did have a direct quote in like a New York Times or New Yorker article where he was basically like, "Why don't I have a shoe?" When he used Ant as sort of like the jumping off point, like this guy gets a shoe and he's done whatever, and I don't have a shoe. But in terms of the actual
words,
I can read you the quote. But in terms of the actual events, that's where the confusion was that he was trying to clear up. There was nothing spiteful about not attending the event. He just had another engagement. But the direct quote from the article was, you want to invite me to an event for a man who has not even been to an NBA Finals in a sport that you don't even care about, and you're giving him a shoe? No disrespect, the man is an amazing athlete. He's having a heck of a year. I love that they saw the insight to give him a shoe because they saw that he was going to be big. All I'm asking is, how could you not see that from me? And this was like an article like earlier, like a little while ago.
That's hate, dog. That's hate. See, here's the thing about Noah Lyles. He's a dude who thinks that if he finds a technicality, he gets to fight on that and stand on that. Because technically he's right here. Right? He's right in this circumstance. Noah Lyles is better at track right now than Ant Edwards is better at basketball. Right? Noah Lyles is the fastest man in the world.
I mean, with all due respect to Ant. Ant's
not the best basketball player in the world. He's top 10 or so, but he's not the best basketball player in the world. And Noah Lyles sees that and he's like, okay, why don't I have a shoe? Because he doesn't understand the how Ant is a bigger star, even though not being a better athlete in his field than Noah is in track. The same shit he leaned on in that whole world champions bullshit. Yes, there is not a global fucking league, but then the NBA is the best league on the planet, right? Like he's someone who will find that technicality and try to beat you down on like semantics and pedantic shit, right? That's the type of dude he is. And I'm with you. He doesn't annoy me. I'm just like, bro, just ignore this motherfucker. But that's the type of dude he is, man.
But Tyler, I think that's my thing is like, basketball players and football players get hated on by annoying, corny dork haters who have less money than them all the time. It's odd to me how bothered they are by Noah Lyles and his comments, which, like, again, to your point, like just to put it in perspective, if he hadn't had cut, first of all, I'm going to go out and say, I think winning the bronze medal in the 200 with 102 fever and COVID is low-key the most impressive shit anyone did at the Olympics.
Big facts. We was talking about
like
that.
Insane. Yeah. If he'd won the gold in the 200, he would have been the third person in history to do that. It would have been Carl Lewis, Usain Bolt, and him. If he wins the gold in the 100 in LA, which he will be favored to do, he will be the third person in history to win back-to-back gold medals in the 100 meter. It's like, if you're talking about he's looking across sports, at the people whose tier he's on, it's like Braun and Steph and KD. That's it in the NBA right now. He's in that level of conversation. And I agree that, and actually, I don't even argue that. I think he is a hater. I think he is corny. I think he is a fucking dork, but I just don't understand as such why it's been so like triggering for people. And I do think it's, as a football fan, it's embarrassing for me that Tyreek Hill would come out and say, I'll race you to the 50-yard line.
He gonna get his ass smoked too.
I know,
but the thing is,
bro.
I think the sucker shit. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, but Mike, you're like, fans hate on basketball players all the time. I think there's some animosity from him towards athletes because it's like, bro, this is supposed to be a fraternity here where we don't speak down on each other. We leave that to the fans. We leave that to the talking heads, and you're crossing that line right now. I think that's what a lot of athletes take issue with him. Like we saw that whole rant KD had where he just flat out told fans, y'all aren't in this brotherhood we're in, right?
Right.
So I think that's possibly why a lot of these athletes take issue with him, because it's like, bro, you breaking code right now. That's for fucking Skip Bayless and fucking, fucking Klay Thompson muse on Twitter to do, bro. We're supposed to be a fraternity here.
I think the track is kind of different because even though it's a team, it's so individual. You know what I mean? Like
the ultimate individual sport.
I mean, like even if you're running for a school, you feel me? You're trying to win the track meet.
Yes.
What you're really there for is you. It's great if the team wins, but also if they don't and you won, that's what you're there for.
Yeah.
So it's such an individual sport. I don't think he would understand the fraternity. You know what I'm saying? Like in the same way that like most team sports are. Like it's such an individual sport. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So yeah, but
I think obviously I spend more time around sprinters than probably most NBA fans or whatever. But I guess that's the thing to me is you expect those people to be insane.
They're the most arrogant athletes on the planet.
And they have to be, or they won't survive to the middle school level. Like you were talking about middle school. There was a kid he's at the University of Washington now, but he set the middle school record in Long Beach. He won the all-city championship for middle school in 7th grade and was furious at himself for not setting the city record. I mean, no one could talk to him for 2 days.
Yeah.
Pauly had a freshman this year, fastest freshman in the state of California. He ran a 10.3 as a freshman, ran the 3rd fastest time in California this year, and was furious that he did not win the state championship as a 9th grader. And I'll tell you this, I've been around a ton of elite NFL, MLB, NBA guys when they were younger. None of them were disgusted with themselves if they were the number 1 freshman in California, but were not the number 1 player overall. It's just a different level of insanity in an already insane subset of people. And if he was the 5th place finisher in the 100, for sure. But the 100-meter gold medalist should be a lunatic.
Has to be.
It would bother me if he was not a lunatic.
in that particular race for sure. But like I do think it's weak, like Tyreek Hill, like I'm gonna race you and race 45% of the race. I know Tyler said, I think that's like
that's
nigga,
weak to me.
Because you're trying to mitigate how much you're going to get blown the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Like from 45 to 100, what can happen? That's when Noah Lyles really
and he's a 200-meter sprinter, right?
That's when he started getting busy after that 50 meters,
right? And I
just really gonna cook your ass. Like you trying to take away half the race, more than half.
And I had a bunch of friends who were texting me today, like, "Well, that's because he's being smart, like he knows Noah doesn't." And I go, "But that's not the mentality of a sprinter. The mentality of a sprinter is line it the fuck up, right? Like that's the. So I don't know. That's the part of it that bothered me. And people. What's crazy is a ton of NFL fans think Tyreek Hill will beat Noah Lyles in a race also.
No.
Which I've seen that all over social media today, which is like, they're like, oh, they both ran a 10-1 in high school. Noah Lyles is running a half second faster than that right now, and he's continued to train as a sprinter, bro. It's like John Ross, who set the 40-yard dash record, was a football player and a sprinter in Long Beach. Guess which sport he skipped practices from? You know what I mean? It's just different. It's different. I don't know.
I got a bunch of kids in this mug, man. Some of them burst in here, rather trying to swoop her up.
I bet Somi could beat you in a 100-meter.
Hey, man, she got a pass, actually. I don't know. she may can, but I know Adrian can't, nigga. Y'all maybe can. Adrian can't. I just won't let him. I'll be like, "Go, boy, what's the dude from Kansas City? I'm fighting, nigga. I'm fighting to get through that last 15. Ain't no way, bro. You know what I mean? I just can't let that nigga beat me in that 100 meters, dog.
You could beat me 100 meter, but you still can't beat me in a.
We got to run that. We got to see, bro.
John's lined up for a lot of activity.
A lot of sports on John's plate coming up.
The race is easy. I mean, honestly, Adrian, easy work. The jumper, we'll see. We'll see. I ain't shot in a while, but I really feel like it's mental, bro. I really feel like it's mental with shooting, G. And the jumper really don't.
It's interesting. You think I don't got the mental? That's interesting.
I mean, we'll see, bro. When that pressure hits you, nigga.
One week ago, I hit game-winning free throws to win by one.
Man.
I put him to sleep, you know.
That's cool. We gonna see, bro. I get to talking shit, nigga. That booty hole might tighten up, nigga. I don't know. We gonna see.
Forget about what the calendar says. Football season is right around the corner, and that means Best Ball Week at DraftKings isn't far behind. Here's what you need to know. DraftKings Best Ball Millionaire Contest is their biggest fantasy contest ever. We're talking 15 million guaranteed prize pool with two millionaires being crowned for first and second place.
If you're a set it and forget it type, then Best Ball is for you. No waiver wires, no roster management, bigger roster so injuries won't end your season. Only the draft, and that's it. You're set for the season. And $15 million in prize money is no joke. Still not convinced? Check this out. This year, DraftKings is offering everyone a Draft One, Get One special. Your $20 entry fee scores you a bonus ticket.
Get ready for Best Ball Week at DraftKings. Download the DraftKings app and use code Jenkins. That's code JENKINS Jenkins for all customers who enter the NFL Best Ball $15 million millionaire contest to get a bonus ticket. Only during Best Ball Week. Only on DraftKings.